Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Questbound Reader. Welcome to the Questbound gang. If this is your first time, we're so happy to have you here, guys. Don't forget to drop a like, comment, subscribe, and give me the opportunity to earn all of those from you. Guys, today we're going to be talking about the second book in the Dungeon Crawler Carl series titled Carl's Doomsday Scenario. Okay, I just recently did a review for the first book, which is titled Dungeon Crawler Carl. This book, and I gave that one a 5 out of 5, right? This book is to me also a 5 out of 5. Like I think this is one of those series that it's you love it or you hate it. I find it hard to have an in between kind of point because I by this point you know the characters. It's Carl, it's Princess Donut, and these are the main characters. And these are going to be the main characters all throughout the entirety of the book. And then you have Mordecai, who is now the permanent manager to the team. So what is Carl's Doomsday Scenario about? Very important. So this entire book focuses around their adventures in the third floor of the dungeon. In this floor, they were able to change their race, change their class, and get a whole bunch of new skills and perks and become more famous. And let me tell you, they are famous. So we follow their adventures through clearing level 3 of the dungeon. And it's funny because I said it before in the last book, in the last book review. This book is stupid. Like it's a dumb book, and I love every single part of it. And that's perhaps the greatest thing. Like, when you come across something that you're like, man, this is so stupid, it's funny, and you absolutely fall in love with it. That's me with this book. I thought this was gonna be like a okay, maybe it'll be like a 3 or 4 star. Maybe I'll recommend it to some people. I'll put it off and maybe read the second book later. No, I went straight from the first book to the second book. Bam, bam, right in the kisser. You know, Matt Dinneman is doing an amazing job writing these. I can't wait to get through the rest of the 4 books that I have left. I'm going to take a little pause between this one and the next one just so that I don't bore you guys with the same books over and over and over. But I definitely do want to read the next one in the next few weeks. Okay, so back to the story. Well, the story in itself is great. You have the progression of Carl, who is now getting significantly stronger, going through more complex quest lines. I felt like that's what I was missing in the first book, which covered the first 2 floors, is there wasn't really anything too serious going on. They were just trying to figure things out. Well, in this floor, they come into some really complex world bosses. They meet some elite mobs who are elite characters, which are NPCs who have very intricate storylines that try to give you quests. That's another thing about this book, the introduction of quest lines, which weren't present in the first 2 floors. So, with that said, let's get into some spoilers, I guess we could say. So, spoiler section starting here. They come up with the circus quest line, and I forget the name of the specific quest line, but it's really big that this elite mob gives to them. Now, it's really important to know that elite mobs are significantly stronger than most of the crawler than all the crawlers at this level, and this is evident with the quest line that's given to Carl and Donut. They clear the quest line. I'm not going to get into the details of how. You need to read it. But they made a deal with the agency that writes the elite mob quest line. To if they allowed them to clear it, they would sign an exclusive contract later on with them to do interviews and stuff like that. After clearing this, you'd think that they'd walk towards the 4th floor and the time would progress faster. No, absolutely not. So they get even more complex and more I want to say crazy. Crazy is a word, man. They get into this crazy quest line, which gives the name to the book, Doomsday Scenario. They're pretty much at the end of the quest, which is very long and intricate. They're put in a place where they have to run away. They have a few minutes where a blast is going to drop within a 45-kilometer radius and kill every single person that's not in a safe zone, or that's not on the stairs going to the next floor. They have a new party member. So Hecla, who is the shield maiden, Viking looking esque person in the leaderboards, asked if they could take care of one of their team members that had strayed behind, and Carl and Donut added her to the team. So she doesn't have access to the Desperado Club. The Desperado Club starts in level 3, and you have it respectively in level 6, 9, and so forth. And you have to be a member to get in. So the Desperado Club's second floor is a safe house. But if Carl and Donut choose to go in there, Hecla's team member is gonna die. So they decide to book it and try to rescue everyone. They buy enough time to protect everyone from the first blast, but a second blast is coming, and now they're gonna have like 20 something minutes. So they decide to book it. And well, needless to say, they get to the ladder and everybody is able to jump through. Before that, they detonate a series of like huge explosions that after they go in through the ladder, they come up in Odette's talk show. She explains to them what happened after they were in the ladder. So they were in the ladder for about 2 days, which was the time left for the level collapse, but they had to do it because that's what they thought would be the only way of getting safety. So apparently, through a series of detonations and killing X or Y NPCs or whatnot, everybody on the floor, thanks to Carl, earned a Celestial box. Celestial loot boxes are the highest tier loot boxes they can get. But the Boran Corporation, or the corporation overseeing the game, literally screwed them over, and they canceled it for everyone except for one guy. This guy that was a complete asshole to Carl and Donut, who opened it before they were able to cancel it for him. Um, Needless to say, that guy's probably going to be OP as hell moving forward, but I don't know. I'm looking forward to see what's going to happen there. Okay, so Odette, by the way, is funny. I think she's very passive aggressive. She apparently likes Carl and Donut as they're like the highest tier investments that she's made for the cheapest price, and she really wants what's best for them. So she gives Carl some advice on what's going to happen on floor 4, which is where this book ends. They walk into the fourth floor, and it's like, hey, welcome to the new world, welcome to the real world. Book is done. So I want to backtrack and go over to Mordecai. Mordecai is their permanent manager, and he's a very smart guy. He's apparently great with potions, and he's kind of nifty. His relationship to Carl and Donut, I think, is one of the funnier aspects of this, where he gives them really good advice, and Carl pretty much just says, "Fuck it, I'm not gonna do this. I don't believe in this. Like, I need to do things my way. I'm not gonna let the system break me, right? I am gonna stick through all of this and conquer." And that's what I feel this book portrays. It's Carl and Donut's big fu to the system. We're gonna do what we want. We're gonna do it in style, and you're gonna like it or you're gonna hate it, or I don't care. You're not gonna play me more than you already are. And I think that the interactions between Carl and Donut, the AI, all the representatives from all the galaxies, I think it's funny. Carl and Donut literally don't give a shit, and they are very unpredictable, and that's what makes this book so fun. I want to say that this book was, I think it was about 100 pages shorter, or maybe 50 pages shorter than the first one. So it's a really, really quick read, but so many things happen. Mongo, the Velociraptor, that's Donut's pet, is now a lot bigger. He reaches Carl's chest, and Carl's a pretty tall dude. He's like 6 something. So he's getting bigger, and he's getting much more vicious. At the end of this book, they all level up a lot, especially from all the bombs and everything that dropped. I think Carl's like level 29 or something now, or 26, 27 maybe. And he's the highest in the party, but they're all getting a lot stronger, which is exciting because we really want to see Carl get OP. Like he's also pitted against, man, I forget her name, the girl with the dogs, with the Rottweilers or whatever. By the way, I don't know what it is with Matt Dinneman hating on Cocker Spaniels or whatever, but I think it's hilarious how Donna talks about dogs. She literally calls, well, I don't want to say too many bad words in the channel, but read the book. She literally hates dogs, especially Cocker Spaniels, and it's hilarious. Like these little like random things that the author says that are just funny. Like they're out of nowhere, and they're like, man, this is definitely what someone and who was a cat would probably say. So yeah, I encourage you guys to read this book. It's an easy 5 out of 5 for me. I loved it. I can't wait to get into the next one. Stick around, guys, and we will be back soon enough. Take care.